The Hidden Guard departs for Radia's course through the Drownholt at midnight.
Their first leg of the Hidden Guard's journey will take them through the treacherous fens of the Drownholt. A perilous road, but a necessary one when secrecy is so highly prized.
And the Great Mazog race begins. And this is why you don't go scout ahead alone in the dangerous swamps. That the shifty orc really wants you to go scout. And now we basically just need to beat him to the end objective. It's not that bad, to be honest. This used to actually be something that you had to work at doing, but I think they slowed him down. Or made the path not quite as bad for us. And he's still way behind and caught in the tar, so this one's in the bag. He doesn't get to come kill his elf. Which, you know, mixed feelings, positive or negative there. Okay, so now we're going to a village in the Dower Stocks, and that's actually the Haunted Inn area that the last chunk ended in. We're just actually inside the inn now. And Acrador is not so crazy that Radder went and got himself killed, unsurprisingly. And I also kind of love that somehow in between, Mazog is now back to being captured after he ran off free during the little mini instance. You know, we just kind of magically have him back now. It's cool. Browan's ready to get the heck out of here. And now we're back in the overland world. Heading out to the porch. And one thing I did in between last chunk and this time is I just went to the new landscape difficulty person and set to tier 3 just to see how that is as far as making things a little bit more challenging out in the open world. So this is going to be a good test of that.
I do not know what we can do.
These might be an upgrade, but I will lose my set bonus, so I'm going to lose a lot of might, but pick up a good chunk of crit. Yeah, I might break up my set for that.
I know Radia would be wroth if we were to abandon hope.
And this is one where it's going to make me go do a skirmish. Thankfully, I'm pretty sure I have at least partly leveled skirmish soldiers and traits, so it shouldn't be a big deal.
A strike against the ruins of Dunanglaw.
This is basically a skirmish that is going to go have us retake a nearby ruins. So rather than making it into a mini instance or anything, this is from a time in the game where skirmishes were kind of a big deal. So they were really trying to make that a system that was used a lot before it kind of really got pulled out of relevance in the 80s and 90s. And I wonder if skirmishes... Yep, they still keep the difficulty in the skirmishes. That's interesting. Because they don't in story instances or group instances. That means I think I'm actually going to do the things like use food. Come to think of it, I probably should have not done that first just to see what the baseline is, but too late. Getting buffs up. Yes, the situation is most dire. So this is a pretty basic skirmish where it's really just go grab and defend control points. Okay, yeah, so the tier 3 difficulty definitely does make these guys a good little chunk tougher. Meaning I'm not so sure I want to just wade in and take on groups of them. Although that might have just been the swamp light, because that enemy type is just annoying. Because this troll was not that bad. But I am actually having to heal myself. And here is the start of the standard claim banner and do counterattacks. Okay, yeah. So the Wandering Flames are actually kind of nasty in this. Because they're hitting me for 1,200, 600, 600. And without the red line captain having as many self-heals as I used to have, that's actually significant. So that's kind of cool. And of course on this character I don't have the split stats either, where I have enough points to be into the blue line far enough to get the blue line mark. Which means I might have to die. I don't think I can separate these guys. I think it's just going to be what it is. And that was a timely level up. Alright, so that was a success, even though I lost lost my skirmish soldier, which means nothing of value was lost. Go ahead and resummon my archer, because I out-leveled him when I dinged. But yeah, that's actually kind of cool. I'm not sure if the difficulty spike is more due to the fact that I just have not leveled up my skirmish stuff in forever, or if it really is that much harder at tier 3. But that should make this actually a lot more interesting than I'd planned on it being, which I am all for. Because I did this specific skirmish on a Guardian yesterday or the day before. I kind of have two characters that are both the same level, leveling through here, and it was a cakewalk. But even one of these guys at this difficulty eats half my health. So probably gonna kill the Marivel first, because I think they're gonna die quickly. Okay, second banner. This one might have a counterattack. I don't remember if it does or not. Yeah, this one I think has a counterattack because they come from around the corner. They'll be here any day now. I think it almost might be worth it just to leave the Maravales alone in these groups, because they don't seem to do much damage either. It really seems to be the flame guys that matter. Okay, speaking of flame guys, here is the encounter boss, which might suck. Oh yeah. So he's got 42,000 health and absolutely murked me. I think because I started that encounter, he's probably just going to stay there, and I don't think there's anything I can do to despawn him. Which could prove problematic. But I don't think I need to do anything through the south gate, so I might be able to just kind of ignore the fact that that exists. I'm going to try one more run at him just to see how this goes. And Still have a minute and a half left on Oathbreakers, but I do have defensive cooldowns. Yeah, what the heck. See about sacrificing the archer a bit. Okay, yep. On this difficulty, there is just not enough damage output or enough healing to live through that. But now I know. Don't do elite enemies, they are properly elite. I do also wonder if part of it is because I haven't really upgraded my skirmish traits in a number of levels. I don't know how big of a difference that would make in here. So some of this might just straight up be on me. But at this point, I just want to get this one done. This one I don't think has a counterattack. I think it's just the south and the east. Nope. Oh, that's right. This is the one where it's all lights. Healer, heal me, please. Yeah, my healer NPC is not doing so hot on keeping me healed. Of course, there's a reason I named him Idiot. Burned a few cooldowns on that one to get through the pack, and one more done. This really makes me want to go back and actually stop by a skirmish camp to see if I really am that far behind on my skirmish traits, or if it is just purely that difficulty 3 level. Wow. Nope. And that did not work out so well. I suppose it's a good thing for my repair bill that I have the subscriber buffs running. And I just want to get this done so I can keep doing story. See if I can get this one by itself. That should make this easier. And it gets me both of my battle states active for this guy. Much better. Okay, that's the last terrace claimed, and that's right, this opens this door. It's funny, this actually makes things like setting up pulls matter again. Thankfully though, even as a captain, I can use the archer to pull for me, so I get to cheat. Okay, courtyard cleared, and there's not an encounter in here. Oh, good grief. Drac? I'm assuming it's you, Drac. Yeah, I know. I sneak on every once in a while and do this. I'm running through the Mirkwood storyline right now. And, running through, they make you do a skirmish where you're reclaiming one of the forts that are out here. The whole storyline for Mirkwood is largely centered around retaking the area piece by piece from the necromancer and his armies. And I'm an idiot, and I am running at the new landscape difficulty settings. I pumped it up to tier 3 and realized that I'm getting my ass kicked by some of the nastier mobs. It is rough. This guy's only 23k, so he should go down pretty easy. I may have spoken too soon. Definitely spoke too soon. Come on, give me a crit, please, so I can use stuff. Oh, I died right as he died. I think I can retreat and run back in and claim that. I am hoping that that doesn't reset something or respawn him. I mean, there's a reason why I call my skirmish soldier Idiot Beard. He might be healer, but he doesn't have res. It's very disappointing. So yeah, the new landscape difficulty settings, at least for boss type mobs, no joke. Because I absolutely got pummeled by every single one of these signatures or elites in here. Right, that is all of the elves rescued, and I feel kind of annoyed that I had to rescue elves, but you do what you have to. Yeah, back into Mirkwood.
And it is to be hoped the Merivile will not return.
You just like high elves because they have like the cheater run speed bonus and things like that.
Our situation here is little changed.
Okay. Oh, that's right there. This is where we start getting the route into Dol Guldur, which is well later in.
I worried that the Grey Hammers would be a problem, but what could I say about it?
I know, Drac, and that's exactly why I don't like the High Elves. I think that is the contrarian in me, which is, oh, you think you're all that? Cool.
Two of my brothers have up and gone missing in the swamp.
Oh, yeah, this is the guy, his idiot brothers went off, like, hunting and scouting and got themselves lost, because of course they did. What I wonder is, I don't remember if I ever turned post-processing back on. Yes, because Mirkwood has some creepy fog effects that are actually really nice if you have the graphics turned up in some spots. Kind of has the whole haze around here and then gets progressively darker and creepier in some of the swamps and forests. There's red dots everywhere. I'm just going to sidestep those guys. Okay, Lost Dwarves should be down in this area someplace. There's one. Where did you go? Enjoy the weekend, man. Oh, it helps if I stay in solo mode, solo stance. Let's go find the southern brother. I think he's getting attacked by cats, if I remember right. Whereas this one, there was a trick too. There was something broken about this one, now that I remember. Something to do with the NPC's stealthing. And I think I'm going to check on that real quick, because I remember there being some trick to this that I just don't want to have to figure out. Something about the NPCs is weird. Oh, that's right. There are fake NPCs and real ones, because the swamp lights generate illusions. So it is just check the whole area until you find the real ones. So I'm just going to kill my way through the swamp. I suppose it would be rude to yell, "Here, dwarf, here, dwarf, here, dwarf." And that's not creepy at all. just going to ignore that and head the other way. That might be one, or it might be an illusion. Come on, be the real one, please. Sweet, found one. Okay, that is one dwarf broken free from the swamp lights, and the other one I think is a little further south. Now I'm kind of remembering how this one went. I think that's way too far south. Yeah, he was definitely not this far down, but I don't remember there being Hewurns in this part of the swamp. Wonder if there's a Slayer deed for him. That would be kind of annoying because there are so few of them. Nope, they're just hanging out there. All right. Someplace around here should be my random ranger camp. Second dwarf. Ha! That might be him, or it might be a decoy. I don't see a swamp light though, so it's probably the real him. Alright, now back to the Haunted Inn. I had completely forgotten that this was the point where they started doing things like using illusions and phasing things in and out to do trickery. Because I don't think they really did that at all in Moria. I think I can get back up over here. I don't think I need to... No, that looks too steep. Might have to detour to get out of the swamp. But that looks passable. Man, the enemies even hit the horse harder at this difficulty scaling. I had thought that this was going to be a mild upgrade where I could have a nice cup of coffee and quest with a little bit more mob life, but I actually have to watch out for some of these jerks. Oh, that's right. I think there's a huge spider nest down around here. I think that's all side quest stuff, so I don't think I'm actually going to do that on this character. Because this time through Mirkwood, I'm pretty much just looking to run the story pieces, specifically because the Mirkwood story that does all of these book quests runs through and ties into the Enedwaith quests around the 65-ish levels, and the Enedwaith main story is actually really one of my favorites in the game. It starts the Wadu's Ghost storyline and continues all of that. And that's what I'm looking forward to doing on this guy, so I'm not going to side quest in Mirkwood, really. I'm just going to follow this line.
This place fills me with uneasiness.
Well, yeah, because it's a creepy swamp, dude. Alright, back into the cellar to check on Berwin and let him know that the brothers are okay. Make sure Mazog is still in there. Still in there.
This waiting wears thin. The elves have still not decided which way to go.
I don't remember. Oh, these are Drownholt compasses, just let you track humanoids. Pretend you're a hunter.
Must take charge, or it will be next winter before we advance a single step.
And I think this is one of those where I get to kind of choose a branching path, if I remember right. So he's saying that we should go through Emyn because I think that is the quicker but more dangerous route. And she wants to go... She wants to go through the route where there are orcs. So Tor Morvith, pronunciation of Tolkien is abysmal. If only Manor Rohan or Crow were here to correct me. I'm inclined to agree with her because I like killing orcs.
The stony reaches of Tower Morvith.
Let us move directly eastward to Dol Guldur by the straightest way.
And the last... Oh, that's right. She wants to go through the Scuttled Elves, and that is a straight-up no.
The enemy would never expect us to take the road through the Scuttle Dells.
So we are absolutely going to go with Sigilith's plan, which is Tor Morvith. Because I am a dwarf and killing orcs is kind of what I do.
Ask 3 elves which way is best to take, and you will receive 3 answers, each different.
Oh, that's right. I actually have to help all of the 3 elves do their scouting. I can't just pick a side. Harumph. I want to just be able to pick a direction and do that. Come on. Why would we plan stuff? Oh, I think it's actually, you need to go to the locations, not go talk to them again. Oh, and it even tells me right there in the quest that the people are in the locations. Reading comprehension. So yeah, we have the jerk who wants to go through the Scuttled Elves, which is annoying. We have the one who wants to go the straight ahead path, never a trap, and then the smart one who wants to just go kill orcs down south. I think the main road, yeah, gotta go all the way back south to curve around. It should also give me a chance to pick up the next stable master here. Stay, wolf, stay. Okay, here is the next settlement, and I know there's a stable master here. There might be a milestone in here as well. I have no wisdom for anything, Sparrow. You know this. Where's my horse? Oh, good. There's a milestone and a stable master.
What do you need?
Just keep moving that one forward. And let's see. And I really do have to do all 3 of those, unfortunately. And I don't want to, because I already know the one I want to side with, but I'll go up to the Scuttled Elves first, I suppose, because it's the one I want to do the least. And I do not remember the quickest way out of here. Okay, I'll have to talk to the suicidally stupid elf first. Like, seriously, I do not know why you would think that going through this area up north is the best plan. Oh, very, very possible, Sparrow. Alright, we're back up to yellow mobs, so that's going to make this even more interesting. Oh, and stealth spider. Yeah, this is wild. I even need to purge corruptions off of these guys and everything, and that was a mistake standing there. Mistakes were made. No, Sparrow, they just think they have the highest intelligence. And in reality, they utterly lack wisdom because they have no actual perspective. They have too long of a timeline they exist on to have real-world perspective. Come on, doggy. Out of the bad. So if you haven't seen it yet, Sparrow, I am playing with the new landscape difficulty settings, and right now I'm just on tier 3. And world mobs are a little bit more dangerous, and signature and elite mobs and stuff like skirmishes or just wandering around, they will mess you up. Okay, this way. Like even that crow, like because these are swarm type mobs, I do not one-shot them. I have to hit them multiple times with actual abilities and chip them away. Oh, I got brutalized in the skirmish I did earlier to continue the storyline. It was rough.
Hail and well met. It is good to speak with an ally at last.
I cannot recommend the hidden guard come this way until we know for sure how deadly the venom of the spiders is. Yes, you want to send people through the spider area because you're an idiot. See? I think there should be more around this area. But yeah, see, this guy here is just a regular landscape mob, only one level higher than me, so he's just yellow, and took a significant amount of hits and took me down to half health. Now up there all this way. So even at only 3 up, it's definitely an increase in difficulty. To the point where I should really remember to start using consumables again. And if they get any of their corruption effects off, that's when they start getting those AoEs. Where are the spiders? Oh, they're down below, I'll bet. Okay, before I go any further, food and other sundry buffs. Yeah, getting the landscape difficulty settings onto the live servers and not just the legendary servers is a really positive thing. It definitely makes things more interesting if you want that challenge. Okay, that is Buttered's Gonna Jam. That was the last of my good ones. So, put the other ones on my bar. I'm sure there's a better way down here, but we're going to go cliff diving. Come on, still no spiders? Just these stupid dogs? There we go, spiders. And that poison actually, that hurt a little. And I can't imagine how that would be if you don't have, like this character has really high defensive virtues that I've got slotted, so I've got a bunch of tactical resistance, which lowers the damage from things like poison a lot. I can just imagine how nasty that would be if I was in here on a squishy where I didn't have good gear and virtues. That would be eating me alive. Oh, he got his corruption off, so purge that off of him. That's another thing that the landscape difficulty sets, is the mobs will use corruptions on themselves, so it really makes it so that your corruption purging skills come into play in more than just the higher levels. Yeah, it's the dwarf thing, plus it's also that, you know, I'm a captain, so I'm a heavy armor class, and I have a fair number of defensive virtues slotted, even though I'm in my offensive spec. So I think at this point, even as I'm spec'd out right now, I still have 38% tactical damage reduction, which is not bad. The cap, I believe, for heavy armor classes is 60%. Which, if I'm in my tank build, I'm actually at or over. Right, I need to find more spiders. Things nobody sane ever said ever. Oh, spider found me. Yeah, who in their right mind ever has those words come out of their mouth? I think that is only a video game thing, and specifically an MMO thing. It's definitely making it so that I have to keep an eye out for corruptions on these guys much more, which is kind of cool. Good practice for actually watching out for them in delvings and six-mans, which is nice. Maybe up this way. There we go. I mean, maybe, but how many of those do you actually think get let to run out in the world with sane, regular people? I kind of thought for the most part they just kept them in boxes. One more spider venom sample. There's a defeat circle, which hopefully I won't need to use. Because this one is going to drop venom, and then I can... Nope. Alright, so that was my positivity for the day. There we go. 6 out of 6 spider venom samples collected. Now back to the dumb suicidal elf, and I can leave this area. Then there'll be the other dumb elf who wants to take the other suicidal, straightforward, obvious route in, and I'll have to prove that he's an idiot as well.
Let me see. In small quantities, it appears that this venom need not be fatal.
Yeah, in small quantities, it might not be fatal. So let's bring a bunch of people to the spider-infested wilds as our plan. Yeah. Great job. Great job, elf. No, none whatsoever. You know me, I am an equal opportunity pointer out that elves are stupid. What's my Beast Slayer at? 45 of 100. Yeah, not worth picking off to finish. I'll probably come back later and do actual deeding in here. All right, now the... Oh. Hi, sneaky goblin. See, I love how we're fighting 1, 2, like 3 good long steps away from these guard elves here, and they're just sitting here watching me fight the goblin. So useful. So helpful. Very perceptive guards. Okay. This jerk.
Is the road of the Maladream also that of the Hidden God? Should it be?
Yep, so he wants me to go up the road and hide at a couple of spots to see if it's safe to go the straightforward way. Spoiler, it's kind of not. Okay, yep, up here. Right, hiding spot number 1. I don't have to kill these guys, but I mean, orcs. Man, they did not leave me a good spot to stand. And yes, unsurprisingly, this route has more orcs patrolling it because they know what's coming. That's not creepy or anything. Now we have tentacles. Lots of tentacles. Oh, apparently they just keep summoning them. Nice. And yes, once more, there are orcs patrolling the route directly that you want to take. Maybe you didn't pick a good route. One definitely good thing about the landscape difficulty setting is it's giving me a chance to actually use up a bunch of these potions that I keep hoarding. Because I am chewing through morale potions. Which does make me miss some of the old Red Line Captain toolkit where we did used to have more self-heals, but I will keep the damage increase that we got in place of those.
What is safe for the Golden Host is not safe for the errand of the Hidden Guard.
Yeah, cannot recommend this way. No kidding. I think these ruins have a lot of stealth orcs and goblins in them, if I remember right. And now into Tor Morvith, which is nice and cheery.
I do not know if the Southern Way is the ideal road for the Hidden Guard.
It's better than the other two, I'm telling you. Okay, so need to assess the orc presence, and I think that's basically just down south this way. And now we're into the properly creepy and dark Mirkwood. You get no corruption. Random camp. But I think I'm really close to finishing this Slayer deed. Yeah, 88 out of 100. I'm just going to go ahead and keep killing orcs. Oh man, turns out this was a good place to stop anyway. I'm not quite sure how that didn't catch the guy behind him, but okay. Whoa, boy. Okay, that might have been bad. Hopefully those wargs, that warg doesn't come in here. Okay, good. Killed him before he got his heal off. Okay, meet up with the scout.
Coming up from the south. You must help me.
And wait to heal before I do a defend an NPC, because NPCs are usually not the most self-sufficient. More coming, yes, of course. Oh, that's gonna be bad. I need a heal. Okay, now back to report in. I think that's all the scouting done. Yep. So all of their proposed routes have been scouted. None of them are particularly nice, but at least this one is just orcs in a creepy spot, which I'm in favor of. I don't remember if they let me actually pick a way through or if they decide it for themselves.
This way is not safe. The hidden god must find another route.
Let's see, are any of these good cosmetics? That one I already have. And nope, so take the runes. Now back to the Haunted Inn, which, cool, I'm close to the travel point. This is kind of where I go back to the dude and tell him, like, look, all three of your people kind of chose suicidal paths. Are you sure you want to let them plan your assault?
What do you need?
Oh, that's right. And the landscape difficulty thing has me basically collecting these items off of enemies that have a chance to drop now, and lets me turn them in for these hero marks. And I don't remember what you can get for those. I think there are things like new emotes and titles and stuff like that that just kind of are available because you're doing it at the increased difficulties. I should probably actually look more into what I can get for those. I think it's mostly fluff. I don't think it's anything that's actually power or gear or anything. Although there might be some consumables. I, of course, will probably spend them on silly things.
I see. Your information has helped me decide what we must do.
Oh, that's right. He picks for us, and he sends us through the Scuttled Elves because, again, no self-preservation instincts. Sigh. Thought Asuriel was down here. Yep, there she is.
There is one more thing.
Of course there's one more thing.
You must have noticed the feeling of dread that hangs over Odegeim.
Yes, I will go reassure your soldiers for you. But, I mean, you brought them to Mirkwood. And you wanted to go through the Scuttled Elves. So, I mean, double stupid.
I have seen ghostly shapes in the half-light, just on the edge of sight.
Oh yeah, that's not creepy or anything. And we can see an actual one a little bit further, which in the original engine's draw distance, I don't think you could have actually seen that mob standing there, which would have lessened the spoiling just a little bit.
We cannot move on from Odegaim quickly enough for me.
So she's at least sane. Yeah, you should leave this place. It's not okay.
I cannot shake the feeling that something is very wrong with this village.
I cannot shake the feeling that something is wrong with this burned, desiccated, haunted village. Yeah, couldn't imagine why you think that.
There is something about Odegaim that makes me uneasy as well. Now that the decision has been made, my mind is more at ease.
Okay, so this is one of those talk to and then go along with the NPC. So I think this is where I'm going to call it for the day because it is past lunchtime. Actually, way past lunchtime. Oops. So Sparrow, enjoy the dog washing.